Now, this is the first time ever that the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh has been represented on a public platform, and senior Sangh leader Dattatreya Hosabale was at the India Today Conclave. He said that the RSS is changing with the times. The RSS leader added that caste-based quota must continue. Speaking for the first time on homosexuality, Hosabale asserted that being gay is a private matter of an individual. Whatever happens behind closed doors is left there, and it should not be treated as a crime punishable by law.
Presented by Kalyan Jewellers, co-sponsored by WAVE, UP Government and BSNL. In association with BMW and Toshiba for the next India.
My first question, sir, is what is the RSS's vision for India 2020?
An India that will have a covetable place in the Committee of Nations. An India which is prosperous, where the basic needs are fulfilled for all the citizens in this country. An India which is having no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, birth or gender. An India which is united. A Bharat which takes inspiration and is proud of its cultural heritage and its civilizational contribution. And that is the vision of India as far as RSS is concerned.
साल 2020 के लिए RSS का अपने खुद के लिए विजन क्या है?
To become an effective instrument to translate this vision into action.
Hindutva is a word the RSS uses very often. Hindutva is a word that is endearing to many, but scares many others off as well. You say often in the RSS that Hindutva is a way of life, but Hindutva is also associated naturally with Hinduism. You say it's not. If Hindutva is not about Hinduism, why not then say Indianism? Or find some other word which is not linked to Hindu religion, because that really creates all these perceptions about the RSS.
The perceptions are created by various people, including the media and others. When the perception is there that you agree to some extent, to some degree, that the fact is something different, right? So the thing is, Hindutva, as we say repeatedly, n number of times we have said that it is Hindu-ness and not Hinduism. Hindu view of life, Hindu way of life. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan delivered this lecture in Oxford University in 1928. It's not communal. I am a proud Hindu, Mahatma Gandhiji said. So he is not communal. Vivekananda delivered his lecture in America and in the European countries, being a proud Hindu. And those lectures are not communal. So I don't understand why people should be afraid of hearing the word Hindutva or Hinduism or Hinduness. Because the Hindus have never aggressed anywhere on this planet in the entire history of humankind. It is one civilization, it is one nation, it is one culture, it is one people and one society who have not at any time of history have aggressed or made anybody enslaved any part of the world. So why this fear? It is only a fear that is created because of wrong understanding or deliberate intentions.
Mohanji Bhagwat on the 3rd of March gave a speech in which he said we need to give training to our youngsters to chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
What's wrong?
Asuddin Owaisi asks the RSS, I am a patriot. I don't want to chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Why should Owaisi and others be forced to chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai if they don't want to? Does it make them anti-national? Does it make them a traitor?
Last night I was watching a TV program and all the political parties except Owaisi, they were objecting to his very statement, irrespective of the political ideology. And even the Congress leaders also said You can say Bharat Mata Ki Jai or Jai Hind or anything. The thing is not the question of the words Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The thing is what you want to express through your words, your speeches, your action. That is the thing. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Everybody should shout this slogan. There is nothing wrong in that.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong. But what if somebody says, I don't want to say Bharat Mata Ki Jai? Is he, in the view of the RSS, a traitor?
Of course, he is an anti-national if he says. Because the very thing when you say that you do not want to chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai, you are not allowing others also to not chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Do you believe it is correct to enforce one view of nationalism, one view of patriotism on everyone? Why are students so unhappy? There's so much outrage in campuses, from the Hyderabad University campus to JNU to FTII. It almost seems as if there is a problem in dealing with dissent.
That is for the government. RSS doesn't take these things. It is for the government to deal with it. However, anyhow tomorrow evening you are going to have why students are angry on the campuses.
I see you've studied our conclave program very well.
And as an RSS man, I should come prepared. Thing is, the campuses, now, why the anti-India feelings are being expressed on the campuses? Bharat Virodi. Anti-India is anti-national. And if a group of students, whether they are students of that campus or they are outsiders, if they are raising the slogans that India should be broken into pieces, if they are raising slogans in favor of a criminal who attacked the temple of democracy and who has been hanged according to the law of the land, if slogans are raised in favor of, in support, eulogizing such people, then what do we conclude? Any nation in this world, we cannot tolerate this. So that is the whole thing.
Is there a possibility that the RSS's view on homosexuality also could possibly change, sir?
The sexual preferences are private and personal. Why RSS should discuss that in public?
True. But would there be opposition from the RSS if Section 377
What happens in the inside the room, I don't know. People, see, gay, being a gay, transgender, or anything, they are all personal preferences. RSS has no view on that. It is for the people to have their own way, as long as it is not going to affect social and other national traditions and ethos. The personal preferences of sexuality is not being discussed in RSS, and we don't want to discuss, and I am the last person to discuss on public platform like this, because they are personal and private.
So you don't think of homosexuality as a crime that needs to be penalized, that's against Indian tradition, for example?
I don't think. I don't think it should be treated as a crime that should be punished, as long as it doesn't affect the life of others.
This is indeed very, very significant. Can we have a round of applause, please? For the first time, we've just seen a public utterance from the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, where one of their senior-most flag bearers is saying that he doesn't believe that that homosexuality is a crime that needs to be punished. This will, in large parts, shape the debate from here on homosexuality in India. And I want to congratulate you for saying that. Thank you very much. I want to come now.
I don't know why do you want to congratulate only on this thing? When I said that RSS...
I also want to congratulate you for what you said about allowing women into shakas at some time in the future. That again is fantastic, and I want to have a round of applause for that, please. So before I throw this session open for questions, I want to ask you about some people who belong to fringe outfits which owe their allegiance to the Sangh Parivar. We saw, for example, O.P. Sharma, a BJP MLA in Delhi, who went and beat up lawyers and journalists at the Patiala House Court. We saw Sakshi Maharaj, we see Yogi Adityanath, we see Sadhvi Prachi, all in some way owe allegiance to the right, the fringe maybe, not necessarily the RSS per se. Why do we not see the RSS distance itself more openly from these fringe elements who give the RSS and Hindutva a bad name?
We have not even embraced. The question of distancing comes only if I have spoken on behalf of them. The question of distancing comes before only if I have embraced them. When I have not done it, why should I say repeatedly that I should distance? Have I supported that? Has the RSS issued any
But
statement?
you haven't condemned what they did either.
We have condemned. We have condemned. We are on record that what has happened, the vandalism in front of Patiala High Court cannot be condoned, cannot be acknowledged, cannot be supported. But vandalism to be equated with anti-nationalism, what happened in JNU, is injustice. It cannot be accepted. Don't equate anti-national activity with vandalism. Because the whole debate that you want to change is to JNU's anti-nationalism and Patiala court vandalism in front of the court. Those two things are equal. That is what people are trying to paint in such a way.
Okay,
That is not acceptable.
We have time for 3 questions from the audience. Just put your hands up and then we can pick one person who can ask the question. Who would like to ask a question to Dattatreya Hosabale? Okay, I see that gentleman with the French beard. He'd like to ask a question. Can we have a mic sent across to him, please? Can I also just request that if it is possible, somebody who's not from the RSS should ask questions, because I'm sure there are plenty of opportunities to ask questions internally, but somebody who isn't from the RSS.
Most of them might have gone to Sangha Shaka in their childhood.
Go ahead, sir, please.
Sir, as we understand, RSS is not a political organization. So why can't it come out with openly with a very progressive thought about reservation, which Rahul acknowledged earlier on also? The reservation is very important for the society, but it should be for very selected section, which should be for economically weaker section, irrespective of birth, caste, religion. Why that ideology should not be propagated by a social organization like RSS and not propagated to the government? As you said, RSS will share their thoughts with the government on all issues. It's for the government to decide or not. In such a progressive way.
I understood. Thing is, I have clearly said that RSS doesn't want to make a statement for political benefit. It wants to make the statement for the nation, in the interest of nation, which we consider as nation's interest, of course. Thing is, as far as reservation is concerned, it is the positive discrimination, affirmative action, which is required in this country because of historic reasons. There have been social discriminations and social injustice because on the basis of birth in a particular caste. It is a stigma. It is there. And you cannot wish it away just because sitting in Delhi or some metros, we cannot say that this is happening. We should go and see around the society, it is still there. That's why the RSS has taken the decision that we have to support this as long as this social discrimination is there, number one. Having said this, we have added 2 more things. I have already said, please do not politicize it. How we can depoliticize it? Appoint a committee of the people who are not from the political background, but from the background of the understanding of politics, from the judiciary, from the general public, the men and women of eminence, those who have understanding of the society and its history. They should sit together. That empowered commission should decide the quota thing. That should be there. Then the creamy layer thing. Then who should get what percentage can be decided. Also, it is required that today the time has not come to do away with the caste-based reservation. A time may come, then we can do away with it. Today it is not there. That's why we will have to emphatically say that this is required today. Now the creamy layers should be applied because many people who have studied this whole reservation issue in total, in detail, they have suggested the creamy layer thing. That should be there. So these are the things which RSS has clearly said.
We've got time for 2 more questions. Rajdeep sir, this side. Can we have a mic first, please? Just 1 second, Rajdeep. I think the mic's not working. Let me.
You speak of a single culture. Now, whether the RSS likes it or not, is actually a land of plural cultures, sir. I come from Goa where people eat beef. Northeast people eat beef. There are tribal communities who have their own culture. There is diversity. In this diversity, you seem to be wanting to impose one culture. As a result, it has resulted in misapprehensions, misgivings, and now in power, beef ban being declared in states like Haryana. Do you believe that is the way to run India? As a single culture, isn't the pluralism, diversity more important? Do you believe the beef ban is the right thing for a country like India, where the RSS and the government of the day is deciding what I can eat in my kitchen? Should that be the way a country should be run, sir?
See, the question is about the confusion of the terms or the difference of understanding of the terms. You say culture, the lifestyle, the culture has many expressions in this country. The people of one culture can also have diverse expressions, as it is there in the expressions of one culture in India. That is our belief. I tell you, homogenization, uniformity, we are against it. That cannot happen. Not that RSS is against it, nature abhors it. The thing is not the question of it. Then comes the ethos. Is it necessary that without beef, is it true that without beef you can't live? You have to respect the sensibilities and such feelings of others also.
Okay.
If I am not a vegetarian, if somebody is preparing barbecue and if he throws it on my thing, then it is not that I am against non-vegetarianism, because I can't tolerate it. That is the whole thing. The thing is, in this country, beef eating has not been accepted as culturally it is not correct. That is the thing. So beef eating has been opposed by Mahatma Gandhi also. So Mahatma Gandhi doesn't become communal. RSS becomes communal. Okay. You say that Mahatma Gandhi is also communal because he has been against cow slaughter and beef eating. When you say that, then I will accept.
Preeti Chaudhary.
Sir, culturally, when women were not allowed to step out of their house, why do we continue to reinforce stereotypes? Why only restrict? Sir, culturally, even women were not allowed to step out. Why does the RSS continue to reinforce stereotypes? Why restrict women to the role of, say, what is apt as social welfare? When is it that you're going to open the doors for women to go play with the other boys there? Why not include them in the physical activity? You said it wasn't there in the beginning, but it is now.
It is there. Already in the Balagokulams that RSS conducts, the kids belonging to both the genders, they are
in physical activity, sir?
Yeah, very much. In Balagokulam, we are conducting it.
Preeti is a very good basketball player. Much better than most men.
And one more thing. In many of our training centers, women also come and take classes. Not that women are not entering into RSS program at all. The only thing is, every morning and evening in the open ground in village,
shouldn't we
in small towns where people are playing, there we have not allowed. That's the only thing. It is because of the social situation in this country. The kids of up to particular age, they are playing together, and RSS conducts more than 1,000 Balagokulams, and where they are playing together.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the India Today Conclave, what we've seen over the past 1 hour is very significant. This is the first time we've seen the RSS take questions, answer those questions, clarify several misconceptions that people had, also show a road to the future. A road where, I know he's saying, but it's the first time you've come to a media conclave and taken questions from here, although they do public sessions where they do take questions, but we've been delighted, sir, regardless of what you're saying.
Now I'll have to say,
Yes.
set the record straight. It is the first time that India Today Conclave has also invited RSS.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
At least I have
the
not
India
received
Today
it. No.
Conclave. Can I just get a mic?
Whenever.
Can I just get a mic across to Kali, please? The India Today Conclave has been inviting the RSS for as many years as I have been in the India Today group.
Please invite me next year also, I'll come.
We'd be pleasure. Yes,
Sir,
Kali.
I'd like to say to this audience that we have been chasing the RSS for the last 5 years. And this year, before fixing the dates of the conclave, we checked the dates of the RSS conclave because there's always a clash
Okay, thank
between
you.
your conclave in Nagpur and our conclave in Delhi.
Thank you. Thank you. You also found that RSS could be invited to a public debate. And one thing, having said this, I tell you, RSS is not averse to taking questions from the public. RSS is not against any debate. RSS encourages debate. RSS believes in democracy. I have been, as you have introduced, fought for the democracy during my student days, and thousands of RSS Swayamsevaks and volunteers. We have been fighting for the democracy, constitutional rights, etc. in this country. Please understand RSS in the right perspective. You engage us in debate. We are ready for debate. Without understanding RSS, people should not comment. That's all the thing.
Oh, absolutely. You can't condemn without debate, which is what I said. Most people form an opinion on the basis of others who have a strong opinion as opposed to a first-hand conversation. And we're delighted to have had that conversation with you. Dattatreya Hosabale, for joining us at the India Today Conclave. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Break news coming in this afternoon. Bomb scare at the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Threat to Air India, Nepal Airlines flight. All on board 2 flights have been detained. There's check.
So this time it's going to be me who's going to be talking to you.
It's going to be me who's going to tell you what's new from the world of technology. We have news, we have reviews, and we have Sahil doing the Redmi Note 3 review. And